Yeah, we'll roll up and down the finger. And change the screen and into the palm. And the pads of the pinky out. And the thumb. And across the wrist. And then the knuckles. And take the ball into one hand and squeeze. And then the other. Back to first. And the other. Let's go around the back. Switch. 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 Hinge at the waist. Go through the legs. Switch. Switch. And switch. And put the ball on the floor. Assess how the feet feel. And step on the ball right in the middle of the foot, pressing down 3 times. Go up to the knuckles, press on each. Roll across the knuckles. Bring the ball to the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. Press the toes into the ball. Raise the toes and separate. Press again. Wiggle again. And screw. Three, two, one, release. Reassess. And repeats. 3 times in the middle. Knuckles. Roll across. Middle of the foot and wiggle toes. Press the toes into the ball. Raise and separate. Press. Wiggle. Swivel. 3, 2, 1, release. The ball out of the way. Reassess. And let's do some good mornings. And then shake the tree. One center. Twist it the way, swing the arms. And center. It's the motion wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out, gather in starlight. Center. Same thing in the other direction. And center. With some steps forward. And then elbows towards the opposite knee. Flap the opposite heel in the front. And in the back. Behind you. And then cross step with a twist and a punch. And then we're gonna walk or march or jog. So it is deck pushes for today, with or without weights in your hands. A lot of squats involved, so I wouldn't do those. I'm gonna sprint, but continue doing what you're doing if you'd like. Or anything else, be safe above all And we got some rolling after class. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 20. And 30. The rest. We interlace the fingers, bring the hands up overhead. Up on your toes if you can. Come on back down, bend back if you can. Back to the center, bend to one side. Then to the other. Back to center. Bring the hands down, push out at the chest. And come on down, interlace the fingers behind the back. Raise the hands up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. A little higher. And come on down and shrug. And then roll the shoulders back. And forward. Then the arms and rotate. Go the other way. And one hand, one palm down, one palm up, flip flop. Bring one arm across the body, press in. And then the other. And then first hand behind the back, press down and in. And then the other. Form a T and squeeze the shoulder blades together and hold. Release. Squeeze. Release. And squeeze. And release. Grab both elbows. Rock side to side. And come on down and rotate your neck. Go the other way. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Up to center, bring one arm over the top of the head, cup the ear, chin up, eyes looking up, pull gently. And then chin down towards collarbone, look down at the floor through the other corner. Come back to center, repeat the other way, looking up. And then down. And come back to center and do a side lunge. Go the other way. And come on back and grab a stick. It is a booyah stick day. We're going to start with some flip-flops. And then some big circles out in front. And then bring it in a circle. And then lateral in one direction. And then the other. And then bring the stick behind the back into the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. If you can bend back, do so, otherwise keep twisting. Come on back to center. Tuck in the chin and peck like a pigeon. Bring the stick up to the shoulders. Twist the body, keep the head and hips facing forward. Then bring the stick up over the head, down below the waist, over the head, and if you can, behind you. Back to the shoulders, push out. And then bring it down to one side, hand at or near the top, swing it behind. And then the other hand, other side, swing behind. Bring it to the middle. Hold on with two hands or one, or a finger or two at the top. Step back. We're gonna come up on our toes for a second, back on our heels for a second. Rock it back and forth 17 times or so. Okay, and then we're gonna bring the stick to the side. We're gonna come up on the toes of the opposing foot. And if that's as far as you want to go today, that's fine for balance. If you can, lift your foot. You can lift your stick. Move your foot around if you can, move your stick around if you can. So as far as you feel safe doing today. Three, two, one, and down. Stick on the other side. Toes at the foot of the other side. Lift the foot if you can. Lift the stick if you can. And move if you can. Three, two, and one. Come on down. All right, we'll put the stick down. If you're going to use anything in your hands for the exact push for grab them. And again, you got 4 moves. Squat, raise, around the clock, either outside or through the middle, and a press. We'll move the squat around in the sequence. We'll start with it, however. Going to do 10. We'll pick up speed each of the 3 rounds. Here we go. Squats, 10 of them. And take a breath. Raises. Breath. Around the clock. Breath. And presses. And take a couple of breaths. We're going to move the squats into number 2. We're going to start with press with raises. And let me go a little bit faster. In 3, 2, 1. Squats. We're halfway there. Around the clock, I'm going through the breath. Press. And 2 breaths. You're 30 to the way there. Let's go into number 3, and we'll start again with the raises. Breath. Around the clock, I'm going to do 5 of each. Breath. Squats. Breath. And presses. All right, congratulations, we've done it again. Let's go down. So for breath work, this week I'm going to do something that I think it'd be smart to sit down. You can do it in a chair or sit on the floor. Just because at the end you might feel a little lightheaded. The beginning part is pretty simple. It's just breathing in through the nose and then releasing the air through the nose. Just release it. We're going to do 20 of those. But after we do the 20, we're going to take a big, deep inhalation and hold for 10. And that's where you might feel a little lightheaded as you let go, release the air, and keep it out for another 10. And we're only going to do 1 round. So it's now a deep one. And that's it. If you feel lightheaded, just take a second before you get up. That's part of Leonard Orr's rebirthing breath sequence. That's a whole other story, but we'll rub our hands together and generate some chi and form a chi ball. And let it dance us around. However it sees fit. You recenter and take 2 breaths. And we'll open our eyes. Pause. Send it out. And center with 2 breaths. And bring down chi from above. And go down and gather from below. And namaste.
Thanks, Tom. What are you doing after now?
I'm going to do some rolling.
Okay. I mean, don't stay on just for me.
No, I'd
but-
like to do some rolling. I'm going to do it.
Rolling with the roll
One
up.
way or another, it's going to be on the video.
Okay.
All right.
Get my
I am going to go to the floor with a ball and a roller.
okay.
And going to start with the ball. Right below the neck. Not on the spine, of course, on the right side. I'm starting with the right here. And I'm going to roll it around. And look for a tender spot. Not too difficult to find one. But I'm going to settle on one and just lean into it. Breathe into it, press into it as much as just not too uncomfortable. And hold. And then I'm going to move to behind the shoulder. Your deltoid, same thing, going to move it around. Find that tender spot. And lean into it. Okay. Gonna do it on the other side, left side for me. Both ways, moving around. That spot and leaning in. Moving just a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and then rear deltoid behind the shoulder, and then moving it around, finding that typically tender spot and leaning in. All right. I'm going to put the ball to the side, get the roller, put it in the middle of the ribs. And of course, my arms are hiding behind my head either way. And roll from the middle of the ribs to the bottom of the ribs and back to the mid. Not below the ribs. And we just go back and forth. And I go from the middle of the ribs to just above the shoulders, below the neck, and back to the middle of the ribs. One or two more. And then bring the roller up to the hairline. Off the neck. Move your ears back and forth onto the roller. Notice any pain, any restrictions. Make a note of it. Go to your right. Make sure the skull is still on the roller, not the neck, and do 4 circles with your head in one direction, and then 4 in the other. And when you're done, do 8 nods. And then go to the left side and 4 circles in one direction and 4 in the other. And again, 8 nods. And then back to the center. You're going to do 8 figure eights, just following the nose or the chin in one direction. You're going 4 times and then 4 times starting in the other direction. And when you're done, do 8 knots. And then ears to the roller on either side, noticing any difference in whatever pain you might have had or any restrictions you might have felt. Maybe if you could go a little further than before. And that's that.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks so much.
you're welcome, Barbara. Great to see you. Have a
Great
good
to see you too.
wet day today.
You too. Thanks again, Tom.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.